I have with me some special guests, 3 actors you didn't know. We have Rebecca Godwin playing Franny Ashburn, Alex Albright playing Bob Anthony, and Tara Powell playing Gina Kaysen. All of those three people send their regrets that they couldn't be here, and we thank the actors here for reading on their behalf. And I'll start. Y'all have already heard me say how incredibly blessed I am. How could I not be, being the editor of the North Carolina Literary Review, which brings me among people like all of you here today. Counted among my many, many blessings is the support of Jim Clark. One of the first thoughts I had when I was asked to get on the track toward chairing this weekend was the opportunity that this would give me to express my appreciation for all that Jim has done for preserving and celebrating the literature of North Carolina, and frankly, for all he's done for me. When I started preparing these remarks, I tried to remember meeting Jim, and I simply don't. Suddenly he was and is a fixture in my life. My mother refers to the woman who directed my PhD program as my career mother. In that case, maybe Jim is my career father. And Jim, I'm sorry I'm so old now. If I'd said this when I first met you, you'd have been real thrilled about it, but Anyway, Dorothy Skura got me started, the best mentor a graduate student could ask for. And then Jim was here to provide guidance once I found my way to North Carolina. If you'll all bear with me a bit for being a bit sentimental, I'm going to share with you and with Jim and Bonnie how important it was to me to see the two of them at the first professional occasion I ventured out to after the sudden loss of my father 2 summers ago. I'd been hiding out at my place not too far down the river from here for several weeks upon returning from Louisiana, but certainly I couldn't miss attending a reading of Paul Green's The House of Conley after all the work I'd been doing on that play. Seeing Jim there, I was relieved to realize I still had, just an email away, that same quality support I'd found in my father. And to confirm that intuition, if I had any doubt, there he was again at the first award event I went to after my father's passing, one that Daddy would have just bust a gut to get to, if he could have. I'd been so nervous about giving a talk to my ECU colleagues until I saw that Jim had come all the way to Greenville from Raleigh to share that moment with me. Suddenly I wasn't nervous anymore. And of course, Bonnie was with him on both occasions. You can tell a man is as good as he appears to be when he has someone as loving and real as Bonnie by his side. I always appreciate our talks, Bonnie. As I say, I am so incredibly blessed to have them in my life, as are we all. More about you'll hear from others who've sent their own expressions of appreciation. Anticipating the voices of the other voices lauding Jim today, I'll tell you something you may not know about Jim. You couldn't possibly have realized that he has been retired for a decade. I, for one, have never known him to not be working. And you're going to hear more from this from Bob Anthony, channeled by Alex, since Bob had knee surgery and he wasn't able to come. Always, Jim is teaching, writing classes, and giving library talks on various books, as you'll also hear from Franny Ashburn, played by, as I said, Rebecca Godwin. And most of us know that teaching and mentoring don't end at retirement, and Jim is there when you need him for advice, an introduction, or a reference letter. I also have today, was sent to me for today, greetings from a young Southern literature scholar, Gina Kaysen, whom Jim connected with me when she was working on her dissertation so that she could talk to me about Paul Green. We'll start with Gina's remarks by Tara Powell, and then Alex read Bob's, and we'll end with Franny's.